Alright, welcome back to the Freedom Unchained channel. It's been a while since I put one out. I've been working behind the scenes to get my blockchain started. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Not really my project, but how ignorant people are about what blockchain is. I don't know how many people are on Telegram, but I always get these people messaging me and like, oh, hi, how are you? Where are you from? And I kind of like, get a conversation going with them, but I don't have much time to banter back and forth about nothing. So I've kind of just make them jump to the point, and pretty much all of them want to sell me an investment company to help me invest in cryptocurrency. And there's a few things I hate about that. For one, cryptocurrency was invented so we don't have to have companies anymore. So these people want me to invest in a company to invest in blockchain. And I'm like, I'm not going to invest in your company because the point of blockchain is not to have companies that ask permission to governments. So no, I will not invest in your company. And I don't need your help to invest in cryptocurrency and blockchain technology because I know way more about blockchain and cryptocurrency than you do. And this one lady actually got in an argument with me back and forth. I couldn't stop arguing with her. It was fun. Until I just finally had to block her because she was so stupid and ignorant, like a lot of people that think they know what they're talking about, like my fraudulator trolls, which I will get to all your guys' videos and debunk your fraudulators, because that's what you guys are fraudulators. But I have Goober Mom. Is that your name? I just got a few clips from her thinking she knows what blockchain is. It's kind of hilarious. So listen to this clip real quick.
Yes, it seems confusing, but I will get into that in next week's video. Of course, there will be appropriate commentary from me. He won't get off that easy.
Oh, please, you will not get off easy once I go through your videos. You made me laugh. It was a great old time, you not knowing what words mean.
Freedom Unchained started out doing Bitcoin videos, but soon delved into sovereign citizen territory as well. He is all about common law and God's law and blockchain, which is a crypto company, and how all those will make the world a better place. But I will let him explain that for himself.
So she thinks blockchain is a company, which is kind of hilarious. Blockchain is a crypto company, she said. Oh my god. Oh, that was a great laugh. That was just reenactment of my laugh when I watched it the first time. Because there's a second clip that she says she did some research. Of course, she did some Googling. And like this salesperson or whoever trying to refer me into this company so they can make some money, because everybody just needs to make some money. They have no purpose in life to actually have morals to do things and to learn what things are. So this person trying to sell me on investing in cryptocurrency didn't know the fundamental technology that makes Bitcoin and blockchain or cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and other blockchain-like technologies work. And it's the technology of blockchain. Blockchain is not a company. So these people think that because they search blockchain, they'll go into Google and they'll search blockchain and then blockchain.com pops up. They think it's a company instead of just actually learning what blockchain is. You can go to YouTube and search blockchain. What is a blockchain? Or what is blockchain? And there's somebody that will do a video teaching you what a blockchain is. And you won't look like an idiot either trying to debunk me Or look like an idiot trying to sell a technology you have no idea what you're doing. What is blockchain? How does blockchain work? Simply explained. You can learn in 6 minutes. What is a blockchain? You can learn in 7 minutes. This guy will teach you it in 14 minutes. Here, you want to get a little more in depth? 26 minutes.
I'm old enough to remember the year 2017, when Bitcoin and blockchain were all the rage. The two were brought up together so often that the technology seemed almost inseparable. But the two things are not synonymous, and blockchain has potential uses far beyond Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So what exactly is blockchain? What can it be used for, and what's holding it back? To understand blockchain, first I want you to picture a ledger, like your bank statements. Your bank keeps track of every transaction and how much money is coming into and going out of your accounts. It's also the central authority keeping track of everything. If there's a bank error in your favor and you collect $200, good for you. Actually, spending that money can be legally tantamount to theft, so, maybe not. And if a decimal is misplaced or an auto payment is charged twice and your account is zeroed out, it can be a headache dealing with the bank to fix it. Enter distributed ledger technology, or DLT. Rather than having just one authority keeping tabs on transactions, DLT is managed by an entire network of participants who all share the ledger of transactions. If over half the systems on the network verify a transaction, then it's approved. Records of multiple transactions form a block, which is then added on top of previous blocks to form a chain, hence the name. Each block contains records of the transaction details, as well as a unique cryptographic hash, which is like an alphanumeric fingerprint, plus the hash of the previous block in the chain. Altering the information of the block will also generate a new hash, so tampering with a block earlier in the chain creates a mismatch that invalidates all the blocks after it. While malicious hackers can quickly generate new hashes for all the blocks in the chain to try and cover their tracks, the decentralized nature of DLT makes their job more difficult. Remember, over half the systems keeping track of the ledger have to agree with any changes, so hackers would have to take control of 51% of the network to achieve their goal. Plus, some blockchains artificially increase the time it takes to generate new hashes, making the process of hacking multiple blocks impractical. For example, Bitcoin's proof-of-work mechanism means new blocks are added to the chain in 10-minute intervals. Basically, blockchain can be a way to get multiple parties that may not trust each other to share and agree on data. It's this peer-to-peer system that's made blockchain appealing for financial applications like Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. But ironically, the same features that make it secure also make it impractical for many applications. Making every node in the network keep track of every transaction, plus intentionally slowing down the generation of hashes, means transactions can take an inconvenient amount of time. While a credit card company can handle well over 1,000 transactions per second, Bitcoin can't handle more than 7. Cryptocurrencies are trying to find ways to speed up these transactions without compromising security, which is a major hurdle.
And there are blockchains that already have figured out that problem, and a great one is Skycoin, so go check it out. I've done interviews on them with the founder.
There are still other applications where a blockchain can come in handy, like tracking shipments. Some ports and shipping companies are testing out DLT so everyone can securely track and monitor containers. After a batch of lettuce was contaminated with E. coli, Walmart made produce providers use a distributed ledger so they could automatically track exactly where all its produce came from and where it went.
What? Walmart uses blockchain technology? What?
There are potential uses for the blockchain in healthcare, like managing data in medical trials while maintaining anonymity. But the enthusiasm for blockchain has dimmed since the word entered the public lexicon a few years ago. As is typical with any emerging technology, laws have lagged behind its development, making it hard to legally use blockchain applications, especially across jurisdictions like it's required for international finance. In some cases, there's already other software that can do most of what blockchain does, just without the security of a decentralized network. So if security isn't a huge concern, then there's no need to adopt it. And smaller networks might not be that secure anyway, since it's easier for bad actors to take control of over 51% of the nodes. All this means that blockchain is a really cool and clever idea that just hasn't found its niche yet. Give it a few years for the systems to advance and for laws to mature, and you may one day be relying on blockchains without even realizing it.
So this person that was trying to sell me investments, I was like, I will invest with you, which I wasn't going to invest with them. Because I can invest in my own stuff, because that's what the benefit of cryptocurrency and blockchain is that it's decentralized, and there's exchanges everywhere. Some are registered to the government, which, stay away from those. You don't have to. If you learn common law, you understand common law. The tax guy, even if they try to come after you, you'll know how to deal with it. But there's decentralized technology that's coming up, getting better and better every day. So cryptocurrency and blockchain is, and Bitcoin and Litecoin, Ethereum, they're all getting much easier to invest in. So I went back and forth with this so-called investor, they had this amazing company, but they didn't even know what a blockchain was. And I was like, first tell me what a blockchain is, and I'll invest with you. Oh, blockchain.com, it's a wallet. It's a wallet. Because if you go to blockchain.com, it allows you to set up a Bitcoin wallet to be able to hold your keys to the blockchain of Bitcoin. Same thing if you Google Bitcoin, Bitcoin.com is probably going to pop up. But it's not a company. No, it's not a company. I realize that some of you, especially you older people that aren't millennials, can't grasp the concept of something not being a company that's producing something else. Because you've been indoctrinated for so long that you think if it exists and it's producing goods into the ecosystem and the free market, then it must be a company registered with the government. But not no more. Not with the technology of Bitcoin. We don't need your governments no more. We can have free markets and free loving people and peace around the world without governments. If you Google Bitcoin, Bitcoin.com is probably going to pop up. It is a website that used to be teaching people, probably still does teach people what Bitcoin is and the benefits of Bitcoin. But it's also a way to purchase Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, because Roger Ver owns Bitcoin.com, and he's the one that split off, because the community got split. They wanted to go two different ways, so the code split, and Bitcoin Cash emerged. Because once part of the community wanted faster block times and bigger blocks, and then the other side of the crypto community wanted to keep Bitcoin the way it was at that point. So it split. And it was a great time, because if you were holding Bitcoin, you got this free coin in your wallet. It just appeared and it already had value. It was like trading at like $230, I believe, or something like that. I don't remember. So here's the second clip from Goober Mom. Is that how you say that? I don't really care. She thinks she knows what she's talking about, but she's just a bootlicker. A boomer or whatever. Not a millennial, as she says. Which, our millennials, we just don't know what to do without computers, which is not true. We just use the technology that we have to move forward with the world instead of being scared of the technology. So here's that clip. It's hilarious. She does some research, and you'll see.
That God gives us all the answers that we need to solve our problems, give us solutions to things. We just got to use the tools that He gives us, and we got to implement the things. And that is what blockchain is. It's the most powerful thing we have ever experienced.
Now we finally see what all your bitching comes down to. I wasn't sure what blockchain was, so I looked it up. Blockchain is a database site for cryptocurrency. I will link the site in the description below.
What did she just say? Let's repeat this.
Blockchain is a database site for cryptocurrency. I will link the site in the description below.
A database site for cryptocurrency. I will link the website in the description below. Oh, that was the greatest laugh the first time I heard that. These are the people trying to debunk me. And that's the research they do. They Google something, which we know Google is just a bunch of manipulated deep state propaganda algorithms trying to force shit down your throats. But you can still find truth in there if you know how to actually do research. But that's why we know you don't know anything about law or what common law is or how to be a man in America, where common law is the foundation of law in this country. So if you actually want to do some research and earn some cryptocurrency, go in the description and find the pre-search link and sign up for pre-search so you can get pre-search tokens every time you search any website that you search like Webster's 1828 or etymology.com or DuckDuckGo and so many more. It should be your only website to search anything you wish. So in the link in the description, support the channel and start earning some cryptocurrency because it's the future of the world.
Blockchain is a database site for cryptocurrency. I will link the site in the description below.
Yeah, so there you go. She does research. She did so much research that she figured out that it's a website called blockchain.com. Wrong. That's not what blockchain is. Blockchain is the technology that makes transacting between two individuals trustless. So you don't need a third party. You don't need a controlled centralized bank manipulating the monetary system. You don't need a government telling you the rules of the banking system. But Bitcoin, the first blockchain ever created, where blockchain, the technology came from, Bitcoin, is just the first application of the technology of blockchain, the application of money. And there will be many more applications, ways to apply the technology of blockchain into this world. And one of them is going to be removing companies out of the ecosystem and replacing it with decentralized organizations of individuals that want to accomplish something. So it could just be a coffee shop. It could just be a church. They could just be really, really simple. It could just be managing the finances like a trust. Or it could be a very complex organization. I call them organisms because it's an organic community that grows like an organism. Unstoppable. Way more unstoppable than any natural organism. You'd have to kill every single person or computer to destroy a blockchain. So once you release a blockchain, the only way you can destroy it is make people not use it and to erase it off of their computers. So that's my little rant I wanted to rant out there. Because I just, I always get these people that want me to invest in their companies for blockchain and cryptocurrency. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to invest in your company because your company's registered to a corrupt government or corporation, like the United States is a corporation. It used to be a government until they turned into a corporation. That's why you have no rights. And that's why they're trying to cover up the thing called common law that the Constitution protects. The common law that protects man's rights to access justice. And if you learn common law, you subscribe to this channel, watch some of my videos, you learn how to be a man or a woman and stand up in court as a man. Man and woman, same thing. I hate to have to explain that. But people have been indoctrinated for so long, they don't understand what the meaning of words is. Like Goober Mommy don't even know what property means. Like a wife and a husband can be each other's property. Doesn't mean that you have the right to control something completely or do as you wish with them because it's just not right to do. But I guess these people have no morals. They don't know what God is because they've been indoctrinated into the religious, or they fear the religion, the bondage, which that's what religion is, instead of actually understanding what God is. God is everything. You are a piece of God. You can be God-like or Christ-like. That's what Jesus was Christ-like. Jesus is not Christ. Well, he became Christ-like, but like Christ is not Jesus. So Jesus is Christ, but Christ is not Jesus. Because you can be Christ, because Christ just means that you understand the law of the universe. And you work, and you have mastered as best as you can humanly possibly master the powers of God. The powers of the universe, the law. So when you start to be more God-like or Christ-like and loving, and you try to do the correct thing or the right thing, which is your right, when you don't do wrong upon another man, then you can do as you wish, which is right. That's where your rights come from. But most of these fraudulators that try to debunk people that want to be free and not lick people's boots or the government's boots and maybe get that boot off their neck that's been holding them down since they've been born, aren't the fraudulators, but the people that are the bootlickers are the fraudulators. So we're going to do some more fraudulator videos on these fraudulators to debunk their dumbness, their ignorance. You know, because ignorance really means you're ignoring the truth. Ignorance. But I think I have gone long enough on my rant, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please subscribe to the channel. Please comment if you want to get a conversation started. Hit the bell notification to get more updates, more videos in the future, and hit the thumbs up to like this video. And of course, trolls, you're going to hit the down button as soon as you click on this video, so feel free to do that as well. I don't really care, because in the long run, we are going to win this war, and you're on the wrong side of history with the deep state, pedophile, devil-worshipping creatures that have no idea what law is. So until next time, I'm going to leave you guys in the love and the light of the one infinite creator. Peace.
One problem with your world vision. What happens if there is some calamity or if there is an EMF pulse over the US? How is this great godly power of blockchain going to work then? I mean, no electricity, no computer. No computer, no code. No code, no law. No law, Lord of the Flies. You millennials have grown up with computers and have come to rely on them. Us old-timers didn't, and can teach you all a thing or two.
Oh, and last thing, you're welcome, Goober Mom, for all that information about blockchain and cryptocurrency, because maybe now you'll actually go and research what it is, and you might understand that you need to start investing in it, because it's the only thing that's going to keep you from losing everything when those things that you worship, those people, those organizations, those governments that you worship, bring their whole system down, and you have nothing else but cryptocurrency to transact with. And if all of the electricity and internet goes down, then, you know, we'll all be in the same situation as the people that use the fiat system is too, because that is just computer ran money anyways. So what are you going to have? Barely any cash? How long's your cash going to last? Especially when it has no value anymore, because they just destroyed the value of it because they just keep printing it out. Thank you, my government that has destroyed everything in this world, because all they want to do is to kill people. What a great system that we're in. The chances of an EMP taking out every single computer on the world is like nearly impossible. Like the only thing that could really EMP the majority of the earth is the sun, but you guys don't believe in the sun. Because you guys believe in fake news science. You know, not the real science that's actually trying to figure out what the real things of the world do and are. Like how things really work. But as long as the government tells me that's how it works, and that's how it works, right? Because we just got to believe the government. Because that's science. Those paid, manipulated people that come on TV and say, that's the way things work. It's global warming. Don't look at the sun. The sun ain't going to change. Sun don't change nothing. We ain't actually going into grand solar minimum. It's global warming. But even if the internet and power still goes down, and you still have computers and phones, blockchains will still work. Because You can transact person to person when you connect with each other, and people can still create electricity because there's like solar and like wind generators, and the information out there to produce energy is abundant for most people to be able to survive and create electricity if the whole system goes down. So, actually, I'm rooting for the government to be destroyed and everything to fall apart, because the smart people that actually know what the fuck's going on in this world and how to research and learn things will be the one to survive. And I really hope you didn't get that poke. I really don't really care. It's your death, but if you did, it just means you're gonna leave this world with all the smart people that didn't get the poke. Because that is what the poke's trying to do. You know exactly what I mean. So there you go, old timer that uses an avatar of like a 20-some-year-old to cover up her identity because she's scared of the public. There's a millennial dropping you some knowledge and teaching you a thing or two. So don't forget to invest in blockchain. Or you're either going to be lugging around big old bags of cash that's worthless because the government sucks that you worship. Or you're going to be trying to lug around a whole bunch of bricks of gold and silver. Because you old timers are too scared of technology and of the future. Because those boots you lick are going to be coming after you sooner or later. No matter how much lick booting you do, you're not immune to the corrupt, deep state tyrants. So once again, I leave you in the love and light of the one infinite creator. Peace.